I'm going to be doing a lot more painting than I am talking this time. Good. How's your day today, Brenda? So I sketched in, I don't know if you can see it, I chalked in my figure here. And instead of having the lady standing like in the master's reproduction, I just kind of did my own thing, and I'll see how it looks. I might, while I know what I sketched in. Been busy? What you been up to? Anything big, or just regular busy? I think I'm gonna sketch my girl in so that I can have more incentive to play. I'm putting some burnt umber in there, and I'm just going to put my first layer of my lady in here. I wasn't going to, but I think I will, just so you can get an idea of what I'm doing. Just going to sketch her hair in, just roughly. Just kind of roughly here. Oh, Monday show. That's right. You have a show every Monday. I used to have a show every Saturday for a while, I did, or most Saturdays. But now I have it where I have a show. If I have a show, it's on a Saturday. This is just me doing my thing and letting everybody visit me that wants to visit me. Um, but anyway, um, when I do have a show, I make it more of an event and let people know. So that's kind of how that is. Kind of just sketching in my girl right now. Sketching it with paint, I don't know if that's a good idea. But at least you get to see what I'm doing. My name is Angie Green if you're joining me, And if you're watching, and even if you're not, I'm going to record this, so I'll introduce myself. Some of you know me as from painting with fibromyalgia. I kind of let people know a little bit about fibromyalgia and a wonderful way to cope with it. Not just fibromyalgia, but any other kind of chronic pain. A wonderful way to cope with chronic pain, and especially the one I know is painting and painting with acrylics because you can fix your boo-boos. Hi, Leanne. How are you? I'm going to fix a boo-boo right now. If I didn't wait too late, probably did. If not, I could just cover it up. Good day, Leanne. Leanne's joining us from Australia, which is awesome. Anyway, I'm just kind of sketching my girl in so that we could see what I'm doing. I'll be layering her as time goes on. This is kind of an impressionist painting. I don't know if you saw part one. Did you see part one, Leanne? No. Don't ask. Are you still having one of those days? Because uh, I refuse to keep mine going. That's for sure. All right, so then I'm going to mix a little bit of yellow and ultramarine, blue, and fix the shape of her face a little bit. Months, bad months. Well, I've had those, so I know that's possible. Some ultramarine blue. You can't see it over there, but it's there. And I just want to fix, do a little fix on that. Um, do a little fix around that face. It's starting to rain. I'm painting right next to a window, and I hear it starting to rain, but it has kind of a soothing sound to it. There, that's. It has a nice soothing sound to it. I kind of like. Making my little mess here. Lightening up, lightening up. Lightening that up a little bit. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh boy. I gotta fix that. All right. I have to get into my zone for a second. All right, I had to switch to a more detailed brush here. That other brush was just not cutting it. Okay, So that's much better. And then what I want to do is make a little bit of a, where she's looking up. So I want her to be looking up a little bit. There we go. I like my ladies to be contemplative, you know. Um, just thinking about things, because we do think about things. So I want that reflected. I like that reflected. I don't have a reference. Sometimes I paint with a reference, if especially if it's a scene that I've liked. But when I'm painting for fun, which I don't get to do much of, I tend to not use a reference. I'm not saying it's good or bad or right or wrong at all. And most people tell you it's better to use a reference. However, I enjoy just letting my brush do a lot of the painting. Am I getting in my own way again? Okay. All right. Now I'm starting to get a little bit more of a face here, more of a shape. A little red in there. This is Quinaridone Magenta I'm using just for some highlights. Let's see. How on earth can you paint at this hour of the night? No, no, it's not a self portrait, but you know what? I do believe that most of our paintings of people are self portraits in a sense, you know. But anyway, I worked last night, so I had a nice nap today, and that's how I'm painting. That's how I'm painting now. I had a nice nap. So yeah, no, it's not really a self-portrait. It's kind of a lady in the garden kind of painting, old-fashioned lady in the garden. Um, so yeah, I'm not a gardener. I don't have a I don't have a green thumb. I have a brown thumb and I have a brown thumb. Anyways, um, I want to. It's hard when you get into something to carry on a conversation. I like painting really lightweight paintings. Um, and it's kind of funny because you don't really get so deep into it when you paint like that. It's kind of funny because you don't realize when that other side of your brain kicks in, man, forget it. It's kind of weird. But anyways, that's why it's easier for me to not get into detailed paintings very often because um, you can find yourself tensing up sometimes. You don't realize it because you got so into it. So, anyways, yeah, so I'm basically just layering my lady, just layering her, and then throwing some highlights in there, throwing some highlights. So, playing around a little bit. I don't want her to be green. Green's not a good color for anyone. Even though I'm partial to green. Just doing a little, I don't know why I got all into her features already. That was not my plan. But sometimes when you get started on something, it's hard to stop. Once you start thinking about something and getting into it, it's like to me, it's like your brush takes over. You know. Of course I put yellow all over her face. That was not the plan. Yeah, well, that's because I didn't. I have like a quarter of the painting done, so my colors aren't brought out yet. Yeah, my colors aren't showing yet because I haven't started. I just have the background and some leaves, and I put my figure in, and so I don't really have much of the painting showing yet. Like I said, I might be dragging this out for a while. I might be doing this for a while, especially if I mess up enough. Okay, that's a little better. And then when I get her face in a little bit, not completely. When I get her face in a little bit, I'll be able to move on with my painting. But I get this instant gratification thing. This part, yeah, I kind of blended that together a little bit. Okay, wish you could see it close up. It really is coming together all of a sudden. Just some highlights. But anyway, you know what I mean when I say I think people do tend to paint self portraits no matter what they paint because you see a little bit of resemblance in your you see a little bit of resemblance in your paintings, and and I believe that's why because your paintings end up favoring you. Because you paint what you know, right? Oh, yeah, most people paint what they know. So that's the story. Okay. I don't either. I got opinions, but I don't know much. Uh, that comes with age, I think. Some things that I feel like I lost, I want to put back in here. Okay. All right. This will make her eyes stand out a little bit more. All right. I'm going to leave her alone for a little bit because we kind of got the drift on that part. Got to get off this computer. uh, okay. Hi, Bonnie. Thanks for joining me. I decided to change her up a while ago. I went back and forth with am I going to try to stay with the original copy, or am I going to do my own thing? So I'm just winging it. Bye, Leanne. Have a good rest of your day. Did you have your lunch yet? Enjoy your lunch if you didn't. All right. Switching. It would be really nice if I had a sink in here, but I started coming up with different ideas of how to do things like switch my water out and stuff like that. And it's really working for me. So if anybody else is here, you could say hi and let me know. Let me know how you think it's coming along. I looked down expecting to see my palette. My palette wasn't there. I forgot I just got rid of it. I'm telling you, old age is a scary thing. So I've been playing around with my audio and all that kind of stuff. And so every time I get on my studio to get on live, I have no audio again. I don't know what that's about. But you know what? It's kind of good practice. Okay, Bonnie. All right, Bonnie, go ahead. Get your rest. You know, you're still recovering from all that stuff your body went through. So get your rest. I'm going to be playing for a little bit longer, and I'm going to record it anyway. So thanks for stopping in. It was great seeing you. It was great seeing both you and Leanne. I'm just going to see how far I go with this. And then, you know, of course, there'll be another. Uh-oh, let me switch that. There'll be another part to this. I'm not going to try to rush myself because I don't want to be this to be just for nothing, you know? Like I'm not going to rush myself and then not be happy. That was enough of that face. Not easy painting a foot away from it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to switch gears. You like it so far? I'll have to take a picture where you could see it close up. Right now it's hard to see what's going on with it. And I'm going to switch gears and do some more of the flowers on it and stuff like that because I want to change my position. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad you can hear me. All right, go on back to bed, Bonnie. I'm not trying to get rid of you, but I really don't want you. I know what happens if I start focusing on something. It kind of kills your sleep if you plan on going back to bed. So let's see how far I go. I'll see you tomorrow. Not in the morning, probably tomorrow afternoon. But I'm just going to keep going with this for a little while and have fun with it. I'm making kind of a pinkish color. Quinaridone magenta and pink and white, I mean, to make kind of a pinkish color. So bring in some more colors in here. Let's bring in some more colors in here. I don't know what kind of flowers these are, but I liked them in the master painting in that portion of it. So I decided to keep that. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a pink wisteria kind of thing. I decided to keep it and then just do my own thing now with it, play with it a little bit. I add some phthalo blue. Okay, you gals from Europe, if you're awake. Let's see, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be early in the morning for you. Some of you might be getting up about now. Maybe about 5:30 in the morning. I'm guessing. Making kind of a purplish color. A light lavenderish color. Mixing that in. I put a little phthalo blue in. And I'm throwing that in with my flowers. Just mixing that in a little bit. more white. Yeah, I worked last night and came off a vacation to work to help out. And I was really tired. I felt like I was on my feet almost all night just because that's just how it was. And just didn't feel like I got control of the night last night. So, sometimes you just come home, you had that satisfied feeling, you had a good day, you everything worked out pretty good. And some days you just don't have that. And I think that's what made me want to paint today, because I wanted to get rid of that feeling. Start afresh. That kind of thing. I want to put some straight Quinaridone Magenta in here. I don't want to lose that. Just a little bit of because I thought that's what's really pretty with this original. With this original one that I originally did was the straight, and there was some there, now it's starting to come together. I like those little surprises of the light and the dark and what that does to a painting. It really kind of enriches it. Gives it some added dimension. And I enjoy that. Okay, so I think I'm going to put some more leaves in here, coming down, balance it out a little bit. I'm not sure what I'll do in here. I may do something in here too. I'm not sure. I have to think about it. I might get back on the girl. I think I will. I think I'll get back on the girl and do some of her clothes. She's sitting on a rock.